Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the complex world of business. Today, we're diving into an 8K filing from IBM, that's International Business Machines Corporation. Get ready, folks, because they are pulling a fast one on our definition of short-term debt. X-rated I done a fast one on our definition of short-term debt. X-Rated just made some moves with their credit agreements, basically shifting around when they have to pay back billions of dollars and pay new interest rates on the new facilities. If you ever wanted to know how a tech giant manages its money, this is the episode you can't miss or lie. But so before we dive in, if getting clear explanations of corporate filings is your thing, make sure you are subscribed and ring the bell icon. Join our community in the Discord channel. The link is in the description below. So what exactly did IBM do? Well, on June 2025, they tweaked two of their major credit agreements. Think of credit agreements like company credit cards, only instead of a few $1,000s, they are dealing with billions. They altered the C2.5 billion 3-year credit agreement and the S7.5 billion 5-year credit agreement and the S7.5 billion 5-year credit agreement and the S7.5 billion 5-year credit agreement and the SC7.5 billion 5-year credit agreement and the SC7.5 billion 5-year credit agreement and the SA7.5 billion 5-year credit agreement and the XE7.5 billion 5-year credit agreement. And these agreements aren't just between IBM and one bank. They have a whole team of banks and financial institutions involved, with JP Morgan, Chase Bank acting as the main manager, or as they call it, the administrative agent. BNP Paribas, Citibank NA, and Royal Bank of Canada are also in the mix as syndication agents. Here is the key takeaway. With something called the 3-year amendment, they pushed back the deadline for repaying the $2.5 billion 20 June 2028. Similarly, the 5-year amendment shifts the maturity date for the $725 billion credit agreement to June 22, 2030. So they are kicking the can down the road, giving themselves more time to repay some of their debts. The cost of doing so depends on the interest rate they negotiated, as we will analyze soon. Now let's talk about what this means. This falls under something called creation of a direct financial obligation. In simple terms, IBM is creating a legal duty to pay back this money. It's a direct promise, not some maybe we will type of situation. If you're curious about all the fine print, you can check out Exhibits 10.1 and 10.2 in the filing. These include the full legal text of the amendments. We are not lawyers, so we will skip that part. Let's quickly run through the securities that IBM has registered. Of course, they have the main one that everyone focuses on, which is just the regular symbol IBM. It's listed in the New York Stock Exchange, of course, as well as the XNRR. It gets very interesting because IBM has a frankly huge list of notes due at different times. All the way literally to 2045 TechID, they have notes maturing practically every year with different interest rates. This kind of stagger approach to debt repayment can signal they are great at managing and predicting future cash flow. However, as a giant company with this kind of scale, IBM can probably make those promises and make things work. So what is the big picture here? Casnin is essentially refinancing its debt, extending the repayment periods on these massive credit lines. This gives them more financial flexibility. However, it might mean they will pay higher interest rates, or they are hoping that interest rates will go down in the near future. By pushing the payments further out, IBM can use that money for investments, acquisitions, dividends, or other strategic moves. On the one hand, this can mean the management believe they can get better returns by doing so. On the other hand, it might show an inability to pay the debts right now, and so restructuring is required. If interest rates rise significantly, it could become more expensive to service this debt, meaning more of their revenue would go towards interest payments, leaving less for everything else. The opposite is also true. If rates go down, this could actually save IBM money, or in this case, increase profit. IBM is a company with a lot of moving parts and a long history. They face competition from all sides, and they are constantly trying to stay relevant in a rapidly changing tech landscape. This move with their credit agreements is just one small piece of that puzzle. Whether it's a smart move or not, that remains to be seen. Alright, that's our breakdown of IBM's latest filing. What's your take on these credit agreement moves and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.